Hey everybody, it's Allison, stlprostretch.com. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Today's video is going to be the last of the 8 leg stretches, actually 9 if you count the calf and chest one. Some of you that have been doing this for a while already know these stretches because I've been doing them for years, and so this should be a good review for you. The last 2 stretches are lateral hamstring and groin. And I am going to do a couple different versions of the lateral hamstring just in case you decide you want to do one versus the other. So let's come to the mat, get going. As usual, don't do it if it hurts. Work within your range of motion and always move and resist. So we're going to come to the mat and do, we're going to do groin first. And for groin, you're just going to sit on your mat and you're going to do a butterfly. So this is a butterfly stretch. Your feet can be close to you or farther away. Some people actually like to put a block between their knees. That's going to give you a little bit more resistance. Actually, you're just going to get a little bit more stretch and a little bit more tired here. Anyway, feet together. That's the way I like to do it. And then you're going to bring your knees up and you're going to push open with your arms. So relax your shoulders. Pull the knees in, slow the movement down by pushing open with the arms, and then let your arms win and keep pushing in with your knees. So we're just going to move in and open. I am really open in my inner thigh, as you can see, but I think I'm almost so open that I need to strengthen this group of muscles. And so I kind of think of this exercise as being a strengthener. If you are really open, you can think of it that way, because the stronger you get this one, the easier the lateral hamstring is going to be. Also, as you move your knees together, if you relax your shoulders and externally rotate your arms, you're going to get a nice trap stretch and rhomboid stretch as well. So I almost do this as much for shoulders as I do for inner thigh. Again, it's going to be 8 to 12 reps. With this one, I like to do more because it's a weak muscle for me. And then we will move on to lateral hamstring. We're going to do the standing version first. That's why I'm so far away from the camera, so I can fit on here. So my right foot is down on the mat, and my left hand is just going to hold onto the wall if I need it, because I don't want you to think about this only in terms of balance. You can use it as a balance exercise, but I want you to get a good stretch. So think about that first versus balance, which can come later. So we are going to, this is called the tipping bird. We're going to bend forward, chest comes down toward the ground as the back leg kicks up. Your toe is going to turn down toward the floor. So if you like to toe out, please almost think pigeon toe as we're doing this. So you're going to lean forward, the back leg comes up until you feel a stretch. You're going to reach down toward the floor with your left hand. So we're moving in and out of this. As soon as you feel a stretch, then come back up. Some people tend to bend and they don't lift the back leg. Make sure you're not doing that. So everything moves as one unit. If you want to, you can turn your chest toward the wall. If you do yoga, you will realize that this is very similar to revolved balancing half moon or warrior 3 with the twist, which it is. We're just moving in and out of the stretch. And I would say after 3 or 4, you should notice that you are getting closer to the ground. You're getting deeper. And then we'll turn around and do the other side. I think I'm getting to about 8 or 10 here. I haven't been counting. I am guilty. I'm not a big counter when it comes to this stuff. I kind of just do it until I feel looser. And then the next one, on the other side, I'm balancing on my left foot. My right leg is behind me. I'm going to lean forward as the back leg kicks up. My toe is down. So I toe out, so I almost have to think, in order to keep this hip from lifting and me opening up, I have to think about leg rotating inward. So I almost have to think pigeon toe and knee rotating in and reaching down with my right hand until I feel a stretch and coming back up. The reason we call it tipping bird is because birds do their skeletal structure. Their tail goes up as they come down to get water or whatever they get off the ground. This one catches your lateral hamstring or your biceps femoris, but I usually feel it all the way down into my calf and a little bit in my hip, especially with the next version we're going to do. Oh, look at that. I touched the ground. Huh. Okay, so the next version we're going to do is on the mat. You might need a strap for this one. I'm just going to grab a loop, and I'm going to bring the camera a little bit closer. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, you're going to bring it a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. All right. So I am going to come down to the mat. I've got my strap. I am going to bring my knee up, my right knee up, and I'm going to angle it in. And I'm going to lift my chest and reach for the outside of my right foot. If that is not a possibility for you, then loop your strap or your towel or whatever you're using around your foot. I'm going to kick down with my foot toward my outer hip, and then my left arm is going to bring, as I'm kicking down, I'm going to keep kicking down, I'm going to bring the foot across the body and tilt the left knee in. So here's what it looks like without the strap. I'm holding onto the outside of my foot, kicking down with my heel toward the outer hip, and then I'm going to bring it across the body. And I'm going to tilt the left knee in a little bit. That left knee tilt in is just for a little bit additional stretch. I think I'm at about 6. And I'm going to stop at 8 and move to the other side. So I'll move to the other side. And again, I'm going to bend my left knee, lift it, angle it in. I'm going to reach up, grab the outside of my left foot, kick down toward the outer left hip with the heel, and then keep kicking down and drag the foot across and angle the right knee in. So that is your stretch. Again, use a strap if you need it. I know if you have a little belly fat, this one gets a little bit awkward. And that's why I'm going to give you another option, which you can use in a chair. This is great if you're tight in your lateral line. This is a great one to do. All right, other option. You can do this leaning up against a wall. Your back doesn't have to be straight. You can round. You can move your hips away from the wall. I don't care. So you can move your feet away from the wall a little bit and then grab hold of your foot, the outer foot, kick down, and then bring it across the body like that. So that is another option for you. And if you like, you can do this sitting on the couch. Just plop yourself down on the couch, grab your outer foot, bring it across the body. So a diagonal movement. There are some different variations of this one, but I wanted to stick with really basic stretches, level 1 stretches. So the whole deal here is that Groin, as you bring your knee in, we have internal rotation. The lateral hamstring generally kicks out like that. So we have outer rotation, inner rotation. And that's how those two muscles groups balance each other. Okay, I'm going to try to do a live video this weekend. I don't know when it's going to be. It may be tomorrow morning, late morning sometime, or Sunday. I've never done it before. I'm not a technology wizard, so I'm not even sure if it's going to work. But I'm going to try to do a whole class this weekend, and I'll leave it on here if I can do it. We'll see. Anyway, those are your 8 stretches, 9 plus your calves. So we'll be combining these with some upper body stuff in the class if I can do it. All right? Have a good one. Happy stretching. Bye-bye.